very warm welcome. You're watching Times Now with me, Priya Behel. Over the course of next few minutes, we'll talk about a story that affects every single one of us, mostly those who live in Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities, who order our food, our groceries and other necessities online and want it ASAP. Because this story isn't just about one company. This story is about what we are eating, what our children are consuming, and who is keeping a check on its quality. Zepto, one of India's fastest growing quick commerce companies, has come under the scanner. And in a first, Maharashtra Food Authority has suspended Zepto's license to run a key warehouse in Mumbai's Dharavi area. Why? Because the conditions inside that facility were downright shocking. Take a look at visuals that are playing out on your screens. No, it's not a garbage dump. It is a storehouse of food supplies. The FDA inspectors found serious hygiene violations. There were expired goods mixed with non-expired goods, fungus on food, rotten fruits, damp floor, open butter packets, fruit on wet floor, and badly managed warehouse. There were also images of broken eggs, dirty cold storage unit, garbage strewn all over, and damaged facilities that came to light from that warehouse whose license was suspended. Here's a ground report.
After the FDA action, the license of one of the storehouse of the Zepto, which is situated in Mumbai's Dharavi, has been suspended. And it has been more than 2 days. And we have just visited the premises to understand exactly what has changed past the FDA action that took place. It seems like not a major differences are visible into this premises. You can see, as we had reached out to report this story from this particular store, the officials, the staff members who are working inside had shut the door. But at the same time, what we can see outside the premises as of now, that no major differences or changes are seen. You can see filth is still into the premises. A stinky environment is what we can experience into this area. Flies are all over the place, and it is quite tough for us to breathe into this premises as well. But we are reporting for our consumers, for our viewers, and we report fact and truth, and which is why we have reached out to the premises. We'll try to take their say yet again. We'll try to approach the staff members working here as to why they have been playing with the health of the consumer who blindly trust them, who order food products from here, healthy food products, fruits and vegetables, with an assumption that it will improve their health. But the condition that they have kept in is somewhat raising a lot many alarming questions. We'll try to approach the premises, and you can see as the staff members are into the spot, but the ground premises still remains the same after the suspension. You can see how filth is still into the environment, and it is stinky, and flies is what we can here see into this premises. मुझे ये बताइए, आप लोगों को क्या कहा गया है?
एक मिनट, आप आ जाइए बस हम बात करें।
सर मुझे ये बताइए, आप लोगों पर कस्टमर भरोसा करके फूड प्रोडक्ट ऑर्डर करते हैं, लेकिन सस्पेंशन के बाद भी
आप बाहर चलिए।
हम बाहर जाएंगे सर,
लेकिन वाला काम मत करिए।
सुनिए सर, आप परमिशन, आप लोग जो है हजारों लोग आप पर भरोसा करते हैं, आप इस तरीके के फूड प्रोडक्ट्स उनको दे रहे हैं, गंदगी है, बदबू आ रही है, मक्खियां भिन रही हैं। आराम से, आप धक्का नहीं मारे, आप खींचे नहीं सर, आराम से बात कीजिए। मुझे ये बताइए आप इस तरीके से जनता की सेहत के साथ मजाक कर रहे हैं क्या? सर मुझे बताइए, आप मजाक क्यों कर रहे हैं जनता की सेहत के साथ? So you can see the staff members who are working here are in a very aggressive state. They have been pushing us from the premises, not letting us report the truth. And this truth is something that every viewer should see, because it is a lot many questions that is being raised onto these outlets, these stores, who claim to be providing you health and good services. But this is the reality that is hidden behind these doors, that these individuals are hiding and somewhat damaging your health on daily basis.
Now pause for a moment and think, if this is happening in one warehouse, what about the others? And while Zepto has come on record to say that they are taking steps to fix the lapses, the question is, shouldn't this have been caught earlier, and why were the lapses in existence in the first place? And now, who exactly is accountable? How safe is our food really? The FDA has made it clear Zepto's license for this particular unit in Mumbai will remain suspended until further notice. Inspections may also be carried out at other Zepto warehouses in Mumbai.
Actually, as per the Act, they will be given the improvement notice. So they have to fulfill all the parameters as mentioned in the improvement notice. And once they come back with their improvement notice, then we will re-verify all the parameters whether they have fulfilled or not. And if they have done it satisfactorily, then their suspension will be revoked. We will immediately start issuing the notices. We will start aggressively our inspections like Zepto or other any e-commerce operators, and as well some of the restaurants or FBOs where we have received any complaint, and maybe by month end we can have a report of some of their major operators. So we have assistant commissioner in all our districts, and also we have food safety officers in all the districts in Maharashtra, and they are working under the concerned joint commissioner of that region. So this will not be restricted only in Mumbai, but this will be in whole of the MMR.
Nilesh, now Zepto is speaking about an exhaustive internal audit, but it seems too little too late.
Well, yes, absolutely. It is a lot late than what was expected from such a brand that people for long have been trusting for their health and for their health of the family. The product that has been kept into these premises are said to be delivered to the consumers. But the question arises, in the condition that they have been kept, are they consumable, or the food brands or such outlets have been stating that how they are of a favor that they will deliver product to you in a swift manner. But again, question arises, will they deliver it in a safe manner? Because the condition that these food products have been kept, a lot many question arises. They have been giving birth to a lot many diseases. One consuming these products, these expired products, the products that are laid onto the ground, onto the floors, which is no less than filthy. All we can see or smell into that area was very difficult to breathe. It was a very filthy smell that we ourselves witnessed, and these were the pictures that we brought in for our viewers who are listening to us and are tracking this important story. Now, meanwhile, we also spoke to the Commissioner of FDA, who has now intensified the action, not only limiting to Zepto, but every other brand which delivers food product or promises to deliver food products in a swift manner, because FDA is also of a favor that if such demands are being given by the company, such claims are being given by the company, then it is their responsibility to follow the norms as well. Now,
Yes.
as we confronted the staff members working into the premises, you heard they were telling us that we are not following the compliances. But the question arises, if Zepto would have followed those compliances, there would
Yes.
not be a reason for us
And
to,
we heard the
us to
FDA
enter
commissioner
into the
there
premise.
saying that they will not only limit their inspection to one particular area, but will widen its ambit. However, the scanner has already come on the other outlets of Zepto, the other stores. In one of these stores in Hyderabad's Ramanathapuram, Zepto delivery boys have also announced a strike. They are demanding restoration of old payouts and equal rates at all stores. They want their working conditions also to improve.
Well, trouble mounts for Zepto, and right now we are reporting from this one of the Zepto stores in the Hyderabad city in Ramantapur area. So this is in this building this Zepto store is located. So we have saw the concerning situation in the Maharashtra in dharavi store where unhygienic condition was seen in the Hyderabad city. Even workers at the Ramantapur Zepto store, they are raising concerns. They are raising their voice against the Zepto management, stating that they are not providing enough pay for them, enough facilities for them. And right now we are being joined by one of the Zepto delivery partner here. आप बताइए आपका नाम क्या है और क्या सिचुएशन है, आपके साथ क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
मेरा नाम नरेश कुमार है। हम डिलीवरी करने को जाए तो 15 रुपये पे बेसिक पेयर 15 रुपये और बिल्कुल इसमें भी नीचे दे रहे 10 रुपये और 15 रुपये। हमारे ऊपर एक मंजिल ऊपर चढ़ना है और डिलीवरी करने के बाद उधर लिफ्ट में अलाउ भी नहीं करते उधर।
हाँ।
और लिफ्ट ऊपर भी दो मंजिल 3 मंजिल 4 मंजिल ऊपर भी वेट ऊपर लेना पड़ता है हमारे को।
और फैसिलिटीज कैसा रहते हैं आप लोग? फैसिलिटीज का भी आप डिमांड मतलब अच्छा नहीं है बोल के बोल रहे हैं?
इधर फर्स्ट एड किट भी नहीं रहता, इधर पार्किंग भी नहीं रहता, इधर और वॉशरूम भी नीट नहीं रहता। और वेटिंग हॉल में हम लोग पूरे 20-30 दिन वेटिंग करना पड़ता और स्टेप में बैठना पड़ता ऊपर और एक सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी रहता, उन लोगों को डिस्टर्ब करता, हमारे पे ऊपर भी कंप्लेंट आता रहता।
अच्छा, और अंदर कैसा नीट रहता है? क्योंकि महाराष्ट्र में आप देखे होंगे धारावी स्टोर में
सेम वैसे ही रहता है। इधर एक बार जाके देखे तो भी मालूम होता है आपको।
तो अनहाइजीनिक रहता है।
सेम एनर्जिक रहता है।
और रैट्स वैट्स भी घूमते रहते हैं
अंदर रैट्स वैट्स भी घूमते रहते हैं।
तो अभी आपका डिमांड क्या है?
हमारा डिमांड, मेरा आईडी टर्मिट हो गया।
ओके,
22 दिन का टर्मिट हो गया। हमारा टर्मिट होने के बाद भी अभी भी राइट 4 राइट बढ़ा दिए बोल के सुना है। हमारे ले तो अच्छा है। और बेसिक हमारा 230 वीक जब दूसरे में पहले अच्छा था, अभी बहुत कम कर दिए, इंसेंटिव बहुत कम कर दिए। वो दिए तो अच्छा रहता था, और डिमांड कर रहे हैं हम लोग।
So we also try to speak to even to the other delivery partners when they are scared. A few are saying that their IDs were terminated by the Zepto management, and few are saying that they tried to protest here, but local police dispersed them and even asked them to not protest against the management here.
देखिए, लास्ट करीब 10-15 दिन हो रहा है इशू बर्न होके। मल्टीपल टाइम्स हम लोग बात करने की कोशिश की। मैनेजमेंट ने बोला कि जो पे आउट पुराना दे रहे थे वो पे आउट पे ही रहेंगे हम। ठीक है, उसके बाद में हम लोग बैठ के बातचीत करने की कोशिश किए, पर मैनेजमेंट ने उस चीज़ पे नहीं माना। तो फिर हम लोग इमीडिएटली लेबर डिपार्टमेंट को अप्रोच हुआ। लेबर डिपार्टमेंट में भी हम लोग जाके अपनी शिकायतें दर्ज कराई। साथ ही साथ लेबर डिपार्टमेंट पे भी प्रॉपर चैनल पे जो है एडिशनल कमिश्नर जेसीएल जो है डीसीएल को अपॉइंट करे, इस चीज़ के लिए इंक्वायरी करें। तो इस चीज़ का भी इंक्वायरी प्रोसेस स्टार्ट में है। मे भी सुन से सुन नोटिसेस भी सर्व होंगे जेप्टो डिपार्टमेंट मैनेजमेंट को।
तो डिमांड क्या करेंगे? पुराना पे आउट
मेन इन लोगों का वर्कर्स का वॉइस है कि पुराना पे आउट जो पहले 35 रुपये मिलते थे वो पेमेंट मिले, और इनके आईडीज जो भी स्ट्राइक के अंदर जो सामने फ्रंट रोल पे आके जो करे उनके आईडीज ब्लॉक हुए, सो आईडीज पूरे ओपन करें। क्योंकि एक मेंटल फिजिकल स्ट्रेस है, जो 10 मिनट का डिलीवरी जो है इनके ऊपर एक बहुत बड़ा लगाम है। तो 10 मिनट डिलीवरी रहना बहुत ही वर्कर के लिए वो है ना इंसाफी है। तो इसके लिए भी लेबर डिपार्टमेंट पे हम बोले कि लुकआउट करें।
और ये अनहाइजीनिक कंडीशंस वाले मामले पर भी जब बात करेंगे तो ये जो 10 मिनट का जो डिलीवरी है, तो फिर शायद वो उतना टाइम मिलता ना हो कि हाइजीन कंडीशंस भी मेंटेन करें।
अगर जब जो हम स्टोर के नीचे खड़े कहेंगे, अगर जब इजाज़त दिए तो ऊपर जाएंगे, स्टोर के अंदर देखेंगे, आप खुद शॉक होते। उनका एक छोटा जो रेस्ट रूम है, एक रेस्ट रूम में करीब यहाँ पे जोन पे 70 से 80 बच्चे काम करते हैं। उन लोग का वेटिंग रूम कैसा रहता देखेंगे, वहाँ पे पानी का देखेंगे, उनका वॉशरूम देखेंगे। और यहाँ पे जो यहाँ पे हम खड़े के हैं, वहाँ से ये उनका स्टोर फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे है। 25 किलो का बैग या जो भी उन लोग प्रोडक्ट लाना है फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे जाके लाना है। सोचो आप, इसके साथ ही साथ वेयर हाउस के अंदर जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के जो भी प्रोडक्ट इनका आ रहा, वो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डेट कौन देखता? तो ये बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है। लेबर डिपार्टमेंट और फूड डिपार्टमेंट लगातार इस चीज़ के ऊपर सारे स्टोर पे राइड करना चाहिए। नॉट ओनली एक धारावी मुंबई, पूरे स्टेट्स के अंदर होना चाहिए। जितने भी इंस्टामार्ट्स है, जितने भी फूड प्रोडक्ट्स निकल रहे, वो सारों पे होना चाहिए। जेन्यून कस्टमर्स भी एंड ऑफ द टाइम हमारे भगवान है। हम उनको जो सर्विस दे रहे हैं लयोली सर्विस है, हमारा सिर्फ इसके अंदर मीडिएशन का काम है, लेके जाना देना। तो बाकी का जितना भी रेस्टोरेंट्स है, जो इंस्टामार्ट है, उनकी ड्यूटी है कि प्रोडक्ट को जेन्यून देना।
All right, so a lot of problems, literally a Pandora's box has been opened by the inspection in one store. We saw what happened in Maharashtra. We've just shown you what has happened in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana as well. We have also joined by our colleague in Delhi. We'll keep tracking these developments across the country over the next few days as well. But Somit, it looks like there is a systemic problem with the way Zepto is functioning. The working conditions are poor, the salary structures are poor, and which eventually is also probably translating into the carelessness and callousness we see being reflected in the warehouse conditions.
Well, that's true, Priya. See, very concerning situation and concerning conditions can be seen. There in the Dharavi store, even our colleague Nilesh has reported from the store. He went inside, even tried to confront the people there, the staff there, the manager there, and the manager was missing is what even our colleague has stated. And here in the Hyderabad city, at Ramantapur area, we have saw, even earlier, it was actually, on 22nd, the protest was launched against the Zepto management by the workers, and we have also heard Gig Workers Association General Secretary speaking to Times Now and saying that very concerning situation and very concerning conditions can be seen at the Zepto stores, and just not in just one store. We are not saying this. The workers are saying, the delivery partners are saying, and even to an extent, one worker, one delivery partner officially spoke to Times Now, and on record he said that this is not the condition at one store which is limited to Dharavi, but across all the other stores the situation remains the same. And at the same time, even if you said that not just Zepto stores, not just Zepto warehouses, but also even in the other warehouses, even in the other stores, the situation is the same, is what even the workers were seen saying, and even the association was seen saying. And the condition of the workers remains very bad. 70 to 80 workers using one restroom, and at the same time, the pay from 35 rupees has been decreased to 10 to 15 rupees. So very concerning, Priya.
Right. So from
we'll
service
have to wait and see
providers
whether
to the end customers, it looks like Zepto has a lot of loopholes to fill. Shivam, what is the status report from Delhi?
So, Preeti, the situation is almost the same in Delhi as well. We have visited different, Zepto stores, different Blinkit stores, different stores of other online delivery platforms as well. And when it comes to the hygiene, there is a constant negligence towards it. While we are not being allowed inside, this is now all the security guards across the India are on alert that as soon as they see any camera, they see any mic, they won't allow it from inside. But when you look out from outside, you can get a hint of the lack in hygiene issue. The pile of trash just, sitting outside, just being dumped outside the food delivery, those delivery platforms. At the same time, there are big cartons of the dairy products. We have all seen those plastic baskets that remains outside the dairy, outside all these food stores. And just next to that, there are dustbins filled with all these things. And you have seen how, especially in the case of Zepto, there is this constant complaints coming from the workers as well. In Delhi also, there were certain strikes announced by the Zepto workers just 2 days, 3 days back, when the Zepto was hiring people randomly and not intimidating, not telling the older workers as well. We have seen the history of Zepto, and from 2023 to 2024, it has grown to 200%, from mere 50 lakh orders per day to it became to 15 lakh, 5 lakhs to 15 lakhs in just 1 year. So we have seen how this kind of situation has been there in the entire country. In Delhi also, the situation is almost very similar to it.
It's unfortunate that it took a cracking of a whip for Zepto to say that we are going to be more cautious about something that should not have happened in the first place. Thank you, Somit and Shivam, for joining me. But we will keep tracking developments on that story. Now, shifting focus to the northeast, where